Did you know that seniors are the most targeted group for financial scams? It's true. These predators, these criminals, they see seniors as easy prey. They think because you're a little older, a little more trusting, that they can take advantage. But we're not going to let them get away with it. We're putting a stop to it, right here, right now. We're going to expose their tactics, shine a light on their lies, and give you, our seniors, the tools you need to fight back. We're talking about real stories, real people just like you who have been targeted, and how you can avoid becoming the next victim. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot and avoid the 5 most common scams targeting seniors. Stay with us until the end to learn how to protect yourself and your loved ones. Let's talk Medicare, because these scammers, they know it's open enrollment season, and they're ready to pounce. They are well prepared and have their tactics honed to perfection. They'll call you up, posing as Medicare representatives, promising you the world. Lower premiums, better coverage, you name it. But it's all a trick, a way to steal your Medicare number and your identity. These scammers are relentless and will stop at nothing. Here's how they operate. The phone rings, and it's someone claiming to be from Medicare. They might say there's a problem with your account, or they need to update your information. They use fear and urgency to manipulate you. They might even offer you a free gift card, just for listening. It sounds tempting, but it's a trap. Don't fall for it. Medicare will never call you out of the blue asking for personal information. They have strict protocols to protect your data. Now, if you get a call like this, here's what you do. Hang up the phone immediately. Don't give them the time of day. Your safety and security are paramount. If you're concerned, call Medicare directly using the number on your card or on their official website. Always verify through trusted sources. Remember, the best defense is a good offense. Stay informed and vigilant. Be proactive, be aware, and don't let these criminals steal your hard-earned benefits. Your vigilance is your best protection. And it's not just phone calls, folks. Scammers are also using emails to target you. They'll send you emails too, phishing for your information. These emails can look very convincing. These emails might look official, with the Medicare logo and everything, but don't be fooled. Scammers are getting more sophisticated. Look closely at the sender's address. Check for misspellings or grammatical errors. Those are telltale signs of a scam. Always scrutinize the details. Remember, when it comes to your health insurance, trust your gut. Your instincts are often your best guide. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't ignore those red flags. Don't be afraid to ask questions, verify information, and report any suspicious activity. Your diligence can prevent fraud. Your health and your wallet will thank you. Stay safe and stay informed. Now, let's talk about those tech support scams. These days, everyone relies on their computers and smartphones for almost everything, and these criminals, they know it. They exploit this dependency to trick unsuspecting users. They'll use your trust in technology against you, creating fake pop-up warnings and error messages designed to scare you into action. These messages often look very convincing. Imagine this. You're browsing the internet, maybe checking your email or looking up a recipe, when suddenly your screen freezes. It's a scenario that can catch anyone off guard. A loud alarm starts blaring and a message pops up, claiming your computer has been infected with a virus. The urgency in the message is designed to make you panic. It instructs you to call a toll-free number immediately for assistance. This number connects you directly to the scammer. Don't panic. This is a classic tech support scam. The goal is to make you act without thinking. These pop-ups are designed to look like legitimate warnings from your operating system or antivirus software, but they're not. They are fake and meant to deceive you. They're nothing more than digital scare tactics. Their only purpose is to trick you into giving them access to your computer or money. Here's the truth. Microsoft, Apple, or any other legitimate tech company will never contact you directly about a virus or technical issue unless you've initiated the contact yourself. They don't operate this way. These scammers are counting on you to be caught off guard and react emotionally. They want you to make a hasty decision. So, what should you do if you encounter one of these fake pop-ups? It's important to stay calm and think clearly. First, don't call the number listed. This is exactly what the scammers want you to do. Instead, close the window or restart your computer. This often resolves the issue. If the pop-up persists, contact a trusted tech support professional or your computer manufacturer directly. They can provide legitimate help. And remember, never give remote access to your computer to someone you don't know and trust. This is a critical rule to follow. Once they have access, they can steal your personal information, install malware, or even hold your files hostage for ransom. The consequences can be severe. Stay vigilant, folks. The internet can be a dangerous place, but with a little awareness and common sense, you can outsmart these digital deceivers. Always be cautious and think before you act. Chapter 3. Grandparent Scam. Don't let love cloud your judgment. This next one really gets to me, folks. It's called the grandparent scam, and it preys on the love and concern you have for your grandchildren. These scammers are heartless, and they know exactly how to manipulate your emotions. These criminals, they'll stop at nothing, not even exploiting family bonds, to line their pockets. They are ruthless and have no qualms about taking advantage of your trust and affection. Here's how it works. You get a frantic phone call. The caller is in a state of panic and they sound desperate. The voice on the other end sounds distressed, maybe even a little like your grandchild. They might be crying or speaking in a hurried, anxious tone. They'll say something like, "Grandma, it's me. I'm in trouble and I need your help." The urgency in their voice is designed to make you act without thinking. They'll concoct a believable story. Maybe they were in an accident, got arrested in a foreign country, or lost their wallet and need money wired immediately. The story will be detailed enough to seem real. They'll beg you not to tell their parents, saying they're too ashamed or afraid of getting in trouble. This plea is meant to isolate you and prevent you from verifying their story. It's a heart-wrenching situation, and these scammers are counting on you to act quickly, without thinking. They want you to be so overwhelmed with concern that you don't take the time to question their story. They know you'd do anything for your grandchildren, and they exploit that love to their advantage. They are banking on your immediate reaction to help. But here's the thing. Before you send any money or give out any personal information, take a deep breath and ask yourself some questions. It's crucial to pause and think. Does the voice on the phone really sound like your grandchild? Is there something off about the way they are speaking? Could there be another explanation for their story? Is it possible that this is a scam? The most important thing you can do is verify their identity. Don't be afraid to ask questions that only your real grandchild would know the answers to. Ask them questions only your real grandchild would know the answer to. Or try to contact their parents or other family members to confirm their whereabouts. This step can save you from falling victim to the scam. Remember, it's always better to err on the side of caution. Taking a moment to verify can make all the difference. If something feels off, trust your instincts. Your gut feeling is often right. Don't let these criminals exploit your love for your family. Stay vigilant and protect yourself and your loved ones from these heartless scams. Chapter 4. Charity Deception. Giving wisely, avoiding the fake fundraisers. Now let's talk about charity scams. These scammers, they'll try to tug at your heartstrings, exploiting your generosity and compassion for others. They'll pose as representatives from fake charities, using names that sound similar to legitimate organizations. They'll call you up, especially after a natural disaster or a high-profile tragedy, pleading for donations. They'll promise that your contribution will go directly to helping victims. But in reality, the money goes straight into their pockets. Here's how to spot a charity scam. First, be wary of high-pressure tactics. Legitimate charities will welcome your donation at any time, without pressuring you to give on the spot. Second, don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask for the charity's registration number and then verify it with your state's charity regulator. You can also check online for reviews or ratings from organizations like the Better Business Bureau or Charity Navigator. These websites provide valuable information about a charity's legitimacy, how they spend their donations, and their overall transparency. Remember, giving to charity is a wonderful thing, but it's important to do your research and make sure your hard-earned money is going to a worthy cause. Don't let these scammers take advantage of your generosity. Chapter 5. Lottery Lure. Recognizing the red flags of fake fortunes. This last one is a classic, folks. The lottery scam. These criminals, they'll prey on your dreams of winning big, promising you a life-changing fortune if you just pay a small fee or provide your personal information. Here's how it usually works. You'll receive an email, letter, or phone call congratulating you on winning a lottery or sweepstakes you never entered. They'll tell you you're a guaranteed winner, but there's a catch. You need to pay a processing fee, taxes, or some other upfront cost to claim your prize. Don't fall for it. Legitimate lotteries and sweepstakes will never ask you to pay to collect your winnings. If you have to pay to receive your prize, it's not a prize, it's a scam. Here's another red flag. They'll often ask you to keep your winnings a secret, claiming it's part of the rules or to protect you from jealous relatives. This is just another way for them to control you and prevent you from seeking advice from trusted sources. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Don't let these scammers take advantage of your dreams of a brighter future. Stay informed, be skeptical, and protect yourself from these lottery lures. Now that you know the 5 most common scams targeting seniors, you can better protect yourself and your loved ones. Remember, these criminals are cunning, they're relentless, but they're not invincible. We can beat them with knowledge, with awareness, and by looking out for one another. Remember, staying informed is your best defense against fraud. Talk to your friends, your family, your neighbors. Share this information, because the more people who know about these scams, the harder it is for these criminals to operate. Create a personal scam defense plan and know the reporting procedures if you ever become a target. Contact your local authorities, the Federal Trade Commission, or the AARP Fraud Watch Network. They're there to help, and they're ready to bring these criminals to justice. Share one thing you learned today in the comments, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this information to help others stay safe. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.